Hey folks, today we're taking a tour of Africa's hidden gems, 20 of the most beautiful football stadiums on the continent in 2025. These are venues that blend art, architecture, history, and pure fan magic. We'll visit modern marvels, historic icons, and scenic wonders stretching from the Ivorian highlands to the Algerian suburbs. Sit tight, beautiful lines, powerful stories, and a little soul await. Let's kick off. 20. FNB Stadium, also known as Soccer City, sits on the edge of Soweto in Johannesburg, South Africa. First built in 1987 and completely overhauled for the 2010 FIFA World Cup, today it holds about 94,736 fans, the most in Africa. From the air, it looks like a giant calabash pot, burnt orange panels with black seams, lit at night like a lantern. 19. Egypt's new administrative capital stadium. It rises from the desert east of Cairo as part of the country's new capital project. Opened in 2024 with nearly 93,940 seats, it's Africa's newest megavenue and a rival to any national stadium on the planet. The design is modern and monumental, a wrapped facade with angled pylons and sweeping roof trusses that read clearly from drone shots and street level alike. 18. Moses Mabhida Stadium. It opened in late 2009 for the World Cup, seats about 55,500 for football, and wears a 100-plus meter arch like a crown. That arch isn't just pretty, it's structural, carrying the inner roof membrane. There's a viewing platform on top, reached by a sky car, and for years it hosted the Guinness-certified world's tallest stadium swing, pure drama for B-roll. 17. Cape Town Stadium. Now branded DHL Stadium, this stadium sits between the Atlantic and Table Mountain, and that location does half the work. Built for the 2010 World Cup and opened at the end of 2009, it seats about 55,000 today after reconfiguration, and it's home to Cape Town City FC as well as the Stormers and Western Province Rugby. 16. Borg El Arab Stadium. It opened in 2009 and seats about 86,000. Which made it the country's biggest until the new capital stadium arrived. For years, this was the fortress of the pharaohs, especially when Cairo International was under renovation. The stands are high and steep, the running track wide, and the floodlights tall. The Egyptian armed forces built it, and it's handled World Cup qualifiers and CAF finals. 15. Stade Olympique de Raids. Officially renamed Hamadi Agribi Stadium in 2020, it's located in the southern suburbs of Tunis. Opened in 2001 for the Mediterranean Games, the official capacity is listed at around 65,000, though for standard football setups you'll often see figures near 60,000 depending on configuration. The design combines a sweeping roof with a precise oval bowl, and it's a true big game magnet. 14. Grand Stade de Marrakech. It was opened in 2011 on the outskirts of the Red City, with the Atlas Mountains in the distance. Capacity is about 45,240, but the number undersells the experience. The architecture borrows from Moroccan forms, geometric patterns, earthy colors, and courtyards, then scales them up for a modern arena. It hosted the FIFA Club World Cup in 2013 and 2014, including Real Madrid's 2014 title win. 13. Godswill Akpabio International Stadium. Located in Uyo, the nest of champions, it arrived in 2014 with a 30,000-seat bowl and a sleek, modern skin. Built by Julius Berger, it's hosted the Super Eagles for qualifiers and friendlies, and it serves as the home of Aqua United. The roof canopy lines are crisp, the night lighting is clean, and the seats pull tight to the pitch. 12. Stade d'Anguin. Also known as Stade de l'Amitié or Libreville Friendship Stadium. This stadium rose quickly for the 2012 Africa Cup of Nations and then took center stage again in 2017, including hosting the final between Cameroon and Egypt. With a capacity of about 40,000, it's exactly the right size for a nation of Gabon's population, big enough for continental nights, compact enough to feel full when the Panthers play. 11. Stade de la Paix. It dates back to the 1984 African Cup of Nations, but a full renovation for AFCON 2023, played in early 2024, took it from the old 25,000-ish days up to a clean, symmetrical 40,000 capacity with new seats, roofs, and broadcast facilities. The new look pairs a strong roofline with bold color blocks in the seating, which pop on television. 10. Charles Houphouët-Boigny Stadium. In 2022, this 20,000-seat stadium was one of the crown projects for the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations. Named after former Prime Minister Charles Houphouët-Boigny, it was designed with elegant lines and a clever use of the natural terrain. What makes this stadium stand out is its balance. It's not a massive bowl, but it feels intimate. 9. Limba Omnisport Stadium. Now let's head over to Cameroon, where the Limba Omnisport Stadium sits high on a hill, overlooking the Atlantic Ocean. Opened in 2016, with a capacity of about 20,000, it's one of the most picturesque stadiums in Africa. Imagine watching football with a backdrop of sea views on one side and lush hills on the other. It's breathtaking. 8. Stade Félix Houphouët-Boigny. No tour of African stadiums would be complete without the Stade Félix Houphouët-Boigny, also known simply as Le Felicia. Located in Abidjan, Ivory Coast, this stadium is steeped in history. First opened in 1964, it holds around 33,000 spectators today, though at its peak it welcomed far more. It's where the Ivorian national team, the Elephants, played most of their home games before the newer venues. 7. Athlone Stadium. Cape Town is known worldwide for its iconic Table Mountain and the World Cup famous Cape Town Stadium. But in the heart of the city's Cape Flats stands Athlone Stadium, a ground with as much soul as any in South Africa. Opened back in 1972 and upgraded multiple times, it now holds about 34,000 spectators. This stadium has huge cultural weight. 6. Estadio Nacional de Ambika. Next stop, Angola. The Estadio Nacional de Ambika in Benguela is one of the architectural gems built for the 2010 Africa Cup of Nations. With a capacity of 35,000, this stadium has a futuristic look, with its oval shape and sweeping roof that wraps around like a shell. Opened in 2010, Ambika was part of a massive $600 million investment by Angola to modernize its sports facilities. 5. Estadio de Bata. Now let's move to Equatorial Guinea, where the Estadio de Bata stands tall as the largest stadium in the country. Opened in 2007 and expanded in 2011, it can host around 40,000 fans. It's a modern, bowl-shaped arena with steep stands and a roof that covers much of the seating. The stadium lies close to the Gulf of Guinea, and the tropical climate gives match days a humid, dramatic feel. 4. Adekai Amiesamaka Stadium. Nigeria, a giant of African football, has many iconic venues. One of the most eye-catching modern ones is the Adekai Amiesamaka Stadium in Port Harcourt. Opened in 2015, it boasts a capacity of 38,000 and is named after former Green Eagles star Adekai Amiesamaka. This stadium is big, bold, and colorful. Its roof arcs around the pitch, giving it a sleek, European look. 3. Stade de la Reunification. Douala is Cameroon's biggest city, and the Stade de la Reunification is its pride. Originally built in 1972, it underwent a massive renovation for AFCON 2021, bringing its capacity up to about 40,000. This stadium carries a lot of history. It was built to mark the reunification of French and British Cameroon, hence its name. Over the years, it has hosted league games, national derbies, and international tournaments. 2. Binga National Stadium. Malawi might not be the first country that comes to mind when you think of big football stadiums, but the Binga National Stadium in Lilongwe is a stunning surprise. Opened in 2017, it seats 41,000 fans and is the largest stadium in the country. Built with Chinese support, it has a modern bowl design with continuous seating and a roof that covers large sections. 1. Nelson Mandela Stadium. Officially opened in 2023, it's one of the newest stadiums on the continent and one of the most advanced. With a capacity of around 40,784, it's named after South Africa's iconic leader, symbolizing Pan-African unity. This stadium is breathtaking. A fully enclosed bowl, sleek lines, and state-of-the-art facilities put it on par with Europe's best. The exterior is wrapped in white cladding with patterns inspired by Algerian culture. And that wraps up our journey through some of Africa's most beautiful football stadiums. From coastal arenas with sea views to towering bowls packed with history and passion, each ground tells its own story. They're more than steel and concrete. They're symbols of pride, culture, and the heartbeat of African football. Thanks for watching. If you love the content, please don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and comment. See you in the next one.